Hello everybody and thanks for watching this video. So we had a little surprise this last week in school. So I got into my 412 teaching methods class and we went through the class. We were talking about a lot of new cool material, and at the very end we were given a surprise lab. And so you have to understand that this class happens from 8 to 10 on a Monday morning. And we were given a surprise lab where we were handed an AF&R, Agriculture, Food, and Natural Resources standard. And we had to create a lesson that met that standard and have the lesson plan turned in by Tuesday at 5 p.m. So we're talking, we had about a 30-hour turnaround for this lab, that we had to take the standard, figure out our content, and make a lesson plan and turn it into Dr. Foster by Tuesday at 5 p.m. And so the standard I got was diagramming electrical receptacles. And so that was perfect for me because I am teaching that at Tri-Valley High School in the spring. I have an electrical wiring course. And so I did a hands-on lab that had some tool ID and some wiring. So it wasn't that it was super difficult. It was that the time to turn around from when we got the assignment to when we turned it in, we had to be actively looking for resources and doing our best to make a good lesson plan, even though we didn't have a lot of time. And so there were a lot of things to take away from this lab because of how it was designed. First, we got a taste of what it's like, what happens if we have an administrator come in and ask us to turn something in very short notice. That's something where, we're just going to have to buckle down and get it done. Another thing is, a lot of times us as pre-service teachers, we're so worried about having, these awesome lesson plans that are interactive, develops critical thinkers, our students are engaged, all those things. And we forget that sometimes, no matter how hard we try, we're going to have a lesson that's just mediocre. And, I think, I'm sure there's people who will disagree with me, but I think that's okay sometimes. Now, obviously, I try my very best to have good, creative lesson plans that students want to partake in, because if they're taking my class, then they want to be there. So I want to make sure that they're getting everything they need out of my class. And so it's hard to think, oh my gosh, like, it's okay to have a mediocre lesson plan. You hear that word, and it's just, it's just average. And no one wants to just be average. And something that Dr. Foster just put on Twitter was this link that said, you give yourself permission that sometimes things won't go so well and you're not going to beat yourself up about it. And so when I think about some lessons, and especially this lab where we had 30 hours to put this together, it probably was not the best that I've ever done. I guarantee you it was not the best that I've ever done. But that's okay. I'm not going to beat myself up about it because I got experience. So that the next time something like this happens, or if I get an assignment like this, or, when I get that administrator in my classroom and says, okay, this is short notice, but I need this by this time, I'm going to have the experience to know how to break it down and how to put it back together. And so I would love to know if any of the new or veteran teachers out there have had experience like this, if they've ever been given a short deadline for something. I would love for you to share your experiences. Or if you have any tips, how do you take a very last minute project or assignment, and how do you do something that's quality but might still be mediocre and make it work in a class. So tell me your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching.